Well, when the lawn's coming out of winter, there's usually some areas in my yard where the grass has just been matted down, or there's areas that have minor bits of snow mold, areas that really need to be raked out and given the opportunity for air to flow through there again so that it can wake up faster and green up faster. But sometimes there's always areas that are just a little bit too big for hand raking, and so today I have a solution for that, as well as my first mow in the backyard. Here it is.
Welcome to Jimmy's channel.
So because raking can be rather tedious, especially in larger areas, I want to suggest pulling out that SUNJOE Dethatcher and scarifier tool that you use typically when the grass is really growing to kind of, dethatch and get things out. I'm not planning to do a dethatch here. I went and I swapped out the scarifier attachment for the thatch rake attachment, and I'm just going to put it on a very light setting, just enough to fluff up the grass, get rid of the matted down areas, and give me something that I can have a good first mow with. I think it'll do a really good job. I don't plan on doing the entire backyard because the entire backyard isn't in bad shape, like this area here behind me, as well as around the trampoline and on the north side of my house, and it typically gets pretty hammered because the snow sits there longer. It takes longer to melt on the north side. Trampoline area gets a lot of foot traffic, and then this here is the north side of this fence. So again, same situation as the other side of the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this thing in, give it a little fluff job, and then we'll get that first mow on. Well, as you can see, that made a big difference, and it sure beats the heck out of raking manually. Like I said, only the areas that are really suffering did I hit, and if I find any other areas that I could go back over another time while I'm mowing, then I can always bring it out, set it up pretty easily, and go from there. Now with mows like this, where you're just kind of cleaning up extra materials or cutting off the winter frost from the tips of the grass blades, your first mow of the season after coming out of winter, you're going to want to bag the clippings. There's nothing really there that's going to be beneficial to the grass. So I'm going to go ahead and collect these clippings, bag them up, get them out of here, and make this lawn look a little cleaner. So it should look a little less shaggy when I'm done, and a little more uniform. We're not going for perfection or anything, but I am racing against the weather. There's a storm coming in. We should be getting some rain today, which will be good to help wake things up, but I don't want to be caught in the rain while I'm mowing. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse for you guys. You can watch the storm come in while I'm mowing. Should be pretty cool to watch, and we'll catch you on the other side. Man, I'll tell you what, that looks so much better. Nice and clean, and I can live with that. Stripes, they're there. It's always surprising to me the natural ability for the Time Master to lay down stripes without a stripe kit. Now obviously if you have a striping roller, the stripes are way more defined, especially when the grass is green. But hey, dormant grass coming out of dormant grass, train. But for dormant grass that's coming out of dormancy, starting to green up, natural stripes, pretty cool. Just two things to clarify as I finish up. I did knock this down a notch on the height, so I went from D to E. So just one click on the mower there, just to kind of, like I said before, take a little bit off the top. And then with the SUNJOE Dethatcher, I had it all the way up. So highest setting, and it did great. The grass looks way better, and it's gonna get a jump start coming out of winter going into spring, and before we know it, we'll be green and growing here, and that's just really exciting for me. I've been waiting a long time for this. Winter is usually pretty hard for me, and I miss mowing and I miss green grass, and we're about to get there again. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.